Hi, my name is Edgar. I'm from Barcelona. I've been in Hong Kong for 8 years. And today I'm gonna teach you how to do one of the most famous Spanish tapas, which is croquetas, croquette. We're gonna use ham. In this case, we're using Iberico ham. Normally in a restaurant, what we will do for the croquettes is we will not use the most premium parts of the ham. We will go, probably if you have a ham leg, so we will go to use the left parts attached to the bone, you know, after you slice or things like that. Croquetas is a family dish where we usually use leftovers, like a roast chicken from yesterday, things like that is what we put on the croquettes. Slice the ham not so big, so you will not find big chunks of dry meat inside the croquettes. Don't put the ham on a blender. You're gonna get all those fibers, blend and long fibers. The blender is not gonna really make it small. Use the knife always. And this one, we're gonna leave it on the side and we're gonna chop the onions. This direction first. Now we're gonna go horizontal. Cut them equal. If you end up having big chunks of onion and you want that properly cooked, it's gonna take you very long time. Sweat the onions in a mix of butter and olive oil. We're gonna turn the heat down, slow cook. This process is gonna take around 15 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of the ham. I know this ham is gonna be really overcooked. I'm gonna lose the texture of this ham, but I don't mind. This little bit I put now is just for flavor. When this ham is roasted, I'm gonna add the flour. This part is very important. We are gonna be doing here a Béchamel sauce, like a French-based sauce. To do a Béchamel, the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna cook this flour for 10 minutes. The flour needs to cook for 10 minutes, so the flavor of raw flour is gonna disappear. If you try to do this faster, the croquette will get done anyway, but the flavor is not gonna be right. It's gonna taste like flour. So we have been cooking this at very slow temperature for low fire for 10 minutes already. As you can see, the flour is already cooked. I'm gonna add the rest of the ham now. And straight away, I'm gonna add the milk. This milk, we have boiled it first. Bring it to boil. Once boiled, it's ready to go. We're gonna add it in small quantities. Second go. And now I'm gonna add the rest of the milk until everything is integrated, until you don't find small pieces with flour or milk and flour. Everything is gonna integrate now and end up being like a paste with the same texture. I'm working out my arm at this moment, and this is a recipe that requires quite a lot of energy, the croquetas. So now we have it ready. As you can see in the texture, we already got that croquette mix base. I'm gonna put it on the fridge, covered with cling film, and I'm gonna let it cool down so we can do the balls later. We took this out from the fridge. As you can see, I put the plastic touching the croquettes dough. I'm not putting on top. If we put it on top, what is gonna happen is when we remove it, we're gonna have a crust on the top, which we don't want. It's gonna be dry. A little bit of oil. And we put a bit of oil in our hands. Not a lot, but just enough to make our hands slippery. We take the dough. We're gonna make them small. The size you want to make the croquette is also a very personal preference. Some people like them small, some people like them round. Put them on flour. If you want to do this process easier, you can put more flour on the mix, and now you're gonna have a thicker bechamel. Move them in your hands, down in the flour. Transfer them to the egg. Cover them with egg. And from the egg, I'm gonna put into the breadcrumbs. And this will be our ready to fry croqueta. So now we have the oil hot. How we test it is we put a lot of breadcrumbs, we see it fries, and we're gonna fry the croquette. The oil doesn't need to be super hot, just hot enough to get nice color. Our croquette is ready. What I will suggest you is, the day you're gonna make croquettes, make a big quantity. Make like 50 croquettes, 100 croquettes, leave them in your freezer. In Spain, usually, we will sit all in a table, my grandmother and my uncles, and we will all make croquettes. And then we will freeze them, and at the moment you want them, you just need to throw them into the oil. You can have them as a snack before lunch, before dinner, when you're watching a movie. Here you go, our Iberico ham croquetas.